Hi everybody and welcome to a brand new Let's Play on my channel. And today we're going back in time. We're going a little bit old school today to the NES era, and we're going to be playing an absolute classic, one of the best 2D platformers of that era. Today we're going to be playing, or today I'm going to be starting to play Megaman 2 for the NES, and I will say that this is probably the greatest opening theme song in NES history. I just love this song so fucking much, it's just awesome. So much so that I'm going to leave it on this title screen until it plays through at least a loop. It's so damn good. Anyway, why did I decide to play Megaman 2? Well, it's one of the few NES games that I've actually beaten. This is actually the third time that I've beaten this game. It's a really good game. There's not really much more to say about Mega Man 2. It's just a fantastic 2D run-of-the-mill platform, like 2D platformer. I absolutely love this game, and every bit of music in this game is fucking awesome. From the I just love this game so much, and we're starting off today, and I know it's kind of it's a bit of a cliche with this game at this point, but I'm starting off with Metal Man, and you start off with an E-Tank right there. What E-Tanks do, you can carry up to 3 E-Tanks at a time. Oh, fuck, I got hit. And you carry up to 3 E-Tanks at a time. What E-Tanks do is they fully refill your health. So it's basically a full restore, and you can carry up to 3 in total during this game. I think they put it up to 9. Yeah, it's up to 9 in the next game, Mega Man 3. And here's this section. I don't really like this section. It's kind of an annoying little section with the little wherever they are. I guess the little drills which come out of the floor and out the ceiling. It's kind of annoying to get at. I've never been able to jump up there to get that extra life. Never been able to do it. But anyway, so this is Metal Man stage, starting off with the music. I think the music is actually this is one of my favourite music tracks in the whole game. It's just so upbeat and so awesome. It's a great way to start a level. Also, in terms of the level design itself, it's a pretty I would say it's a pretty straightforward level. It's a good level to start out with for your first level, because one of the big things about Mega Man series in general is the fact that you can just start off pretty much wherever the hell you want. You can start off with any level that you want to. You just choose from 1 of 8. I just really like that kind of I just like that kind of mechanic. It just works really well that you can just choose whichever one you want. Mega Man 2 is probably the best one in that respect, in that every level is doable from the start. I also like the aesthetics of Metal Man's level. It looks really nice. It's kind of like less, I guess the theme is metal, but it's more of a like machine-like theme. So yeah, this is Metal Man, the first boss of the game, and he has the metal blades, which are a bitch to try and take down. The first 3 Robot Masters, I think I die to every single one of them, just because my health is not, a sufficient level to be able to do it. But I only die once. I think I leave all those in, but it's like 30, it's a few seconds. Who cares? So Metal Man's design is kind of weird, I guess. It's weird yet cool, and he's dead. I like. It's weird. He kind of has like a dentist kind of mirror on the top of his head, which is kind of weird. Weird design choice. But anyway, we beat Metal Man, and as a result, we get the Metal Blades, which are a ridiculously, absurdly over-the-top powerful weapon. And yeah, basically that's the gimmick of of the Mega Man series as well, that you get his weapon, that you defeat a Robot Master, you get his weapon to use, which is kind of cool. It's a really cool mechanic which I think separates it out from other levels, from other platformers of the day. And as a result, I've got Mega Man out of the way first, so I'm going to be using it throughout pretty much the whole of the adventure now, or throughout most of it anyway. So, second Robot Master up is Woodman, and this is another music track. Actually, I'm going to say this a lot, but this is another music track which is absolutely awesome. It's so upbeat and so catchy. I just love it. I love the music in this game. It's just so good. And because he's Woodman, I guess he has like a kind of a woodland kind of vibe. As you're probably noticing, this game has a lot of sprite flickering. This actually it's one of the major problems with Mega Man 2 in general. The fact that it was pretty much pushing the NES to its limit, and so as a result, it was pushing the NES pretty hard, and as a result, it does tend to get a lot of sprite from there. Take two. It tends to have a lot of sprite flickering and also sprite unloading, which is, it's not the end of the world, but yeah. Oh yeah, I should mention, I'm actually playing this on the PS4 on the Mega Man Legacy Collection, which is an awesome collection, by the way. You should get it if you're interested in playing these games. Mega Man 1 to 6, and the cool thing about it is that all the Mega Man, it's interesting because of they pretty much. Oh shit! I almost fell. Yeah, I got my ass kicked a little bit here. Oh, I got 2 extra lives. That is incredibly fucking lucky. But yeah, they basically are trying. Capcom with the Mega Man Legacy Collection used a different engine, which basically tried to replicate exactly how Mega Man played on the original NES, which of course means all the problems as well, like sprite flickering and all that. But actually, it does a decent job with that, I think. Now these fuckers, these little chicken enemies, are really annoying because they're supposed to stop. There you go. They're supposed to be able to stop in front of them, and then they'll just jump over you. But for some reason, the first 2 times it didn't fucking do it. Oh well. Yep, I've got the Metal Blades, so now we're going after. So now we're going into Woodman's boss fight, and Woodman's boss. I like his design. It's kind of like he looks like a tree. And I died. Fuck. I like the fact that he's got like leaves for eyebrows, and I also really like that he's kind of got like a tree trunk for a body, and then he's got like a tree, like a stump for a head. It's kind of cool. It's a really nice little design. He is actually the hardest one to Mega Buster, I think. I'll say second hardest actually, because of how difficult his attack is to avoid, because he's got that big ass leaf shield which he chucks at you, and then he's also got the leaves that come down from the ground, so it's kind of hard to do. But if you got the Metal Blades or the Atomic Fire, which you get from Flame Man's weapon, then piece of piss, really. Woodman and the level overall is actually pretty fun to go through. And now we're going through Airman. Fuck. I'll say this now, this is like my least favourite, or at least when I first started playing it, this was my least favourite level in the whole game. And it's because of this, not this section, because this section is actually pretty straightforward to do. It's more the section coming up in the second half of the level. But basically these things pop up and you jump to a little platform, you wait for these little spikes to go down, which damage you, and you run. And then shoot that. Best thing to do is to equip the metal blade here, because it's just so it can go because it can go in 8 directions. It can go diagonal, up, down, left, right, and it's just the easiest way to get them out of the way. Because if you leave them for long enough, they will throw like those lightning bolts at you, and they can knock you off these small platforms. It seems to be a regular occurrence in NES games, small platforms with enemies that can cause an absurd amount of knockback. I died... Yeah, this is the level I died the most on, actually, in this playthrough. In terms of, in the first 8 of the Robot Master levels, this is the one that I've had the hardest time with. And I think it's because of the platforming over bottomless pits and all this kind of stuff. It's just so many enemies, so much knockback. It can cause you such a lot of pain. And what I do here is I just cheese it. Take the hit, get invincibility frames, and run away. It's the best way to do it. It's how I've always done it. Those enemies are a pain in the ass. They are the basically monkeys, like a giant fan, so they knock you back. Oh, that enemy was fuck. The birds are really annoying as well. You should see. That was my own fault, stupidity with jumping there. And I think this is, I cut to my attempt when I actually complete the level. It's there, I think. There. That is sprite unloading. The enemy popped in, and then I popped back a little bit because of the bird dropping its egg. Why does... Never mind. I don't know why there's a robot bird which dropped robot eggs, which hatched little robot birds, but who gives a shit. Anyway, what basically happened there was that I dropped back to avoid him, and then it unloaded the enemy sprite, which is something that happened a lot in Mega Man games. You're going to see this a lot as well. You're going to see Mega Man's sprite unload a hell of a lot during this playthrough, and I actually tried... That was pathetic. I actually tried... One of the things that I tried to do was I tried to be more... I tried to do it a little bit better, if you know what I mean. I tried, rendering it at 30 frames, because this is rendered at 720p 60 frames. So I tried rendering it down at 30, and it's nothing to do with the frame rate. It's just the sprites unloading, and we get item 2. So item 2 is basically a rocket platform. You basically plant the platform down, you spawn the platform, you jump on top of it, and it rockets in one direction. If you aim it to the left, it will rocket in that direction. Aim it to the right, it will rocket to that direction. It's useful with certain... It's a useful thing. It's like the precursor to the Rush Jet and the Rush items, which appear from Mega Man 3 kind of onwards. Anyway, we beat Woodman and... No, we beat Airman, sorry. And Airman's pathetic once you've got Woodman's weapon, the leaf shield. Fuck. Yeah, I remember having a hard time with this. Fucking hell. Anyway, so this is we've now moved on to Crashman's Crashman stage. Crashman stage is actually a little bit different from the previous two. It's a little bit more what's the word? It's a little bit more vertical in that you tend to go up a lot more than going left to right, which is what the other ones did. I guess Woodman's does that as well. It kind of... Well, Woodman's goes up and then down. It goes up and mostly left to right, but there's a little bit up and a little bit down. This is mostly just going up. And this is the best method that I've found to beat these sections comfortably. Basically, you just turn on the leaf shield and it will just hover around you. and it will just stay on you. And as long as you stay still and don't push any of the buttons, then it won't shoot away. So you can just stand here, the enemies will just get one-shotted by the leaf shield, and yeah, it's a piece of piss. It's it makes these sections so much easier. So yeah, it makes this section's easier, and I love the animation on that little on the platform as well. The sort of the little ball that it's on, or the wheel, I suppose. I guess that's what it's supposed to be. I think that enemy there is a bit out of place because it appears there and then nowhere else throughout the whole level. I don't know why it was there, to be honest. I guess it was just left. I guess they were just wanted to put an enemy there. I don't know. This enemy is a pain in the arse to deal with. You just have to lure him back here, get to the edge, and then shoot him. Yeah, I don't like metals. It also raises the question of why didn't Wily just make all of his robots out of the metal that metals are made out of. Well, I guess it would make the game impossible at that point, but is the logical answer. But you know, just logically speaking, the in-game answer isn't that, but whatever. Yeah, this section is the one I had the hardest time doing. I got some leaf shield back. I can't stand this section. It was a pain in the arse to deal with. Up I go. These first two sections aren't too bad as long as you take your time. It's the next section that is... this section is such a pain. It's because you need to wait to use the leaf shield on those bird enemies. Wow, almost got touched. But at the same time, you've got to kill off this asshole. And that's me trying to... This is me now being like, fuck it, I'm gonna go. Fuck, I can't go. God damn it. Sorry. So, yeah, bit of a pain in the ass, but whatever. Yeah, I think I switched to the metal blades here. Yes, I do. And we just... And I got knocked off. Fuck. Which means he respawns. Yay. Old school NES programming, eh? Old school 8-bit programming. Don't you just love it? And here I was just like, what the fuck do I do now? Because I was just stuck on this. I was stuck on this section for such a long time. I couldn't fucking stand it. I really just could not stand it. It really annoyed the living hell out of me. I got an extra life though. Or was it an E-tank? I think it was an E-tank. And that's how you use the platform. You can just stick on it if you want. It's best to probably go up that left ladder because you can get the extra life up there, but I was just like, right, I'm sick of this place, I just want to get going. And I expertly jump over and we're done. We're through to the final. Now we get to face off against Crashman, whose weakness is the air shot, I think it's called, which is kind of weird, but whatever. Why is a guy who shoots bombs weak to air? And my sprite, I died, honestly, even though you didn't see it. And there we go. Next part, come on. So yeah, this is me being, why aren't I shooting the air missiles? Oh yeah, I need to go to that weapon. This isn't the most dignified of playthroughs, I'll be honest, and this section is not good. But yeah, if you can kill him with one shot if you get all three of the individual tornadoes to hit him, but I couldn't manage it, so there you go. And we're just about at the end of the part, so join me next time when we'll be continuing going after the 8 Robot Master with the 8 Robot Masters in Megaman 2. See you next time.